Hey everyone, John here with John's Conscious Life, back with another Eat to Live recipe test. This one was actually suggested by Erin Be Vegan. It's the meatless meatballs that are actually in the Eat to Live book, not the cookbook. So I'm going to check it out, try it out today. Going to be a little bit different setup than I normally have just because we've got some other stuff going on here. And yeah, and I've already cooked up a couple of the ingredients, and I'll just kind of show what I'm going with, and when I got to mix things up and where we're at. But I'm really looking forward to this. It's actually Jamie's birthday, so I'm going to be using these meatless meatballs and in a pasta, and maybe I'll kind of show a clip of that as well when it's all said and done. But really looking forward to it. So thank you, Erin Be Vegan, for the suggestion, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in just a sec. Alright guys, so I got everything I need here. I had to cook up some lentils and some rice earlier, so you do want to be prepared and have those cooked. But got some celery and some onion and some cloves of garlic that are mashed up. Got some tomato paste, some spices like oregano and basil and sage and parsley, some vital wheat gluten, whole wheat flour, and nutritional yeast. Sorry about the unfocused business here today. I'm using my phone, and my phone isn't nearly as good of quality as the camera, but that's alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to saute up the onions and the garlic and get them softened up, and then just mix in, your spices and celery and stuff like that. And once it's all softened up, it'll be good to go. Alright, I'm back guys, and so I've got the onions and garlic. They sauteed for a little bit, softened up. Now I've just added the celery and all of the spices, or the herbs. That was the basil, oregano, parsley, and sage. So I'm just kind of got that simmering along there. And I'm just using water. You could use a vegetable broth if you want, but I think this is going to be packed full of flavor, so just going to let those soften up a little bit. And then the next step is to add this with the lentils and the rice and the dry ingredients and just kind of blend it all together and form the meatballs. So I'll be back when I'm ready for that step. Alright guys, so everything's been sauteed and softened up and everything is in the bowl. There's all the ingredients. All I have to do now is mix this up, mash it together really well. And since I do not have a potato masher, which is crazy, I'm surprised by that, but I don't know, not really actually, because we never have mashed potatoes. But I just thought we might have one kicking around, but since we don't, I'm going to do it all by hand. So, I'll be back, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I've got everything mashed up fairly well anyway. Maybe it's not perfect, but that's okay. So I'm just going to form this into, we're going to do a smaller meatball. That's what we prefer. So I'm going to get these geared up, roll them up, and put them on my pan here and get them ready to bake. Alright, so I've got these all formed into balls and ready to go in the oven. Got the oven preset at 350. And yeah, I mean, next time I'll probably dice my veggies a little bit smaller. Well, especially where I had to like kind of mash them up by hand. Probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but dice them really small so they break up easy. Probably a good idea. Or just saute them a little bit longer. I'll know for next time, but everything is together very nicely. I'm going to throw them in the oven, and they should take about a half an hour. I'll check on them in like 15-20 minutes and flip them if I have to. But until then. Alright everyone, so I'm back, and I have actually already tried one of these. Give another one a try here. I probably should have used a better oiled pan than this. I just had rubbed some oil on this foil, but really good consistency. And yeah, like crisped up really nicely on the outside. The inside's a little bit softer, but I don't want to bake it for too much longer. I think I would just probably add a little bit more wheat gluten next time for a chewier consistency, but really very, very good. So I'm going to give it another try here. Very good. There's the inside, all kinds of goodness there. But amazing flavor. Yeah, so these meatballs have an amazing, amazing flavor. Thanks again to Erin Be Vegan for the suggestion, and this again was found on the Eat to Live, the regular book, not the cookbook. I'd suggest this to anybody who wants to try something a little bit different and they don't want to get something store-bought. If you just want to try something at home, I think this recipe would be really good for, where you're mixing it up kind of in a mash. You could form it into burgers if you had like a patty press, anything like that. Amazing flavor, very versatile as well. And I think it's going to go really, really good in a pasta. But you could have them just as it is with some dipping sauce or something. And these are going to be packed full of, lots of nutrients. So I'm really excited that I made these. They're going to go really good with the pasta that I'm going to be making for Jamie and I. Now, I'm not going to be able to show a clip on this because we're actually not going to do that today. I'm going to keep these as leftovers and use them. We've got some other plans, and we've got some family visiting tomorrow, so we won't... well, this will already have happened by the time you see this video, but that's okay. In any case, if you follow me on Instagram, just John's Conscious Life on Instagram. It's in the description below. You'll be able to see a picture of this when I do make it up as a pasta. But in any case, thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll have another one of these for you next Monday. Thanks again, Erin Be Vegan. And keep the suggestions coming. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, guys. Bye.